right there. I don't know. It is still difficult to play on this piano, I will say. This piano, kind of trash. I can't even put it back together proper. Whatever. Part of it's falling apart. How's everyone doing? Oh, sorry. Let me restart that intro. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. How's everyone doing? There we go. Now we're good. Sup, dog? What's up, Godzilla boy official? It's been good. Good. Everyone's doing well. I'm doing great today. That's good to hear, Juggles. Sup? What's up? Lisa, Trey, Scry, how's it going? How you gonna steal all my viewers? Pretty simple. All I had to do was click go live. Your notification got in my screenshot. Nice. Did you see this? Did you see this? Devin has a monster. This Steven. Did you see this? What? Did you see this? Steven has a monster. What? See, everyone's doing well. Brayton's a cool cat. Yeah, but I heard the rain is supposed to stop this night, which is nice. I heard the rain is supposed to stop at like 11 o'clock or something. And I don't think it's going to be raining on like Thursday, maybe. I heard it was supposed to rain up until, around Thursday, maybe. My grandma just came over. Well, that's nice. You should probably go spend time with her instead of me. You're so close to the YouTube to the YouTube plaque. I know. I'm getting there. I'm very excited for that. I've been having a strange and super interesting week so far. Anyone want to hear my stories about that? I've become quick friends and really cool and a very nice girl. Well, that's good for you, man. It might stop, but this is Cali, and our weather is so damn unpredictable. Yeah, but I'm gonna hope that it's gonna be done by Thursday because I'm not a big fan of the rain. My phone is gonna die soon. Plug it in. Just saw the Netflix Godzilla series and it was terrible. I disagree. I think it's quite underrated. I think it's very, very underrated. Iron Giant in the Monsterverse? Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. Howdy, D-Man. Haven't seen you in a while. It's nice to see you, bro. I'd rather Godzilla come ashore than this. Yeah, for sure. For sure, Justin. Keep up the good work. You inspire me. Thank you very much, Waylan? Just rewatched King of the Monsters and noticed an editing error. There is one editing error that I've noticed every single time I've seen King of the Monsters, and it always sticks out to me. And it's when Rick Stanton, right? When they say open the shields, and Godzilla's outside, obviously, in the water coming up to Castle Bravo. Rick Stanton drops his head down, boom, onto the desk, and then the very next cut, he's looking straight up right at the shields opening up. Something that's stuck out to me ever since the first time I saw the movie. You noticed that in the theater? I noticed that in the theater too. I noticed that every single time I've seen the movie. It's been something that I've noticed. Getting texts about an assignment that I was supposed to be doing right now this very second, but our teacher screwed the assignment up, so I can't be doing it right now because she didn't post it when she said she would, and then when she posted it, it's locked, so none of us can even take we can't even do it. Kong and Rodan. I would love to see them in a movie together. How about you? I'd like to see those two again. Or as well, I should say. Yes, I would like to see those two back on screen in the MonsterVerse. I'd like to see those two together. I think that'd be really cool. You think Godzilla vs. Kong will underperform in box office in November or no? You talk so weird the way you word questions sometimes. No, I think it's too early to say. I think we need to see the marketing, we need to see the ad campaign before we can say whether the movie's going to perform well or not. There's no way to know at the moment. That's my thoughts. I feel like my chair might be a little low, but it's not. It's all the way up. Maybe I'm just sitting low. Should I sit very straight up, not slouch any? I become significantly taller when I don't slouch. Do you have Discord? I do have Discord, but I don't use it. I'm going to be pissed off if I don't get to see Godzilla vs. Kong. I don't know why you wouldn't get to see it. Why do you think you wouldn't get to see it? Would you like to see Batra in the MonsterVerse? I suppose it could be something that'd be cool for a Mothra movie, but I don't anticipate we will see that. I've been doing a Godzilla-thon. I'm on Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah right now. Wish me luck. Well, good luck finishing that. I always try a Godzilla-thon for myself. I always try and marathon the movies once a year, and I always fail to. I always stop in the middle of the Heisei era. I just never finish for whatever reason. Just sit naturally. It's silly otherwise, but yes, Batra. Well, you can't really tell what I'm sitting like right now. Can you tell that I'm sitting up straight? I don't know. I don't think you can. When will the next Godzilla vs. Kong story drop? I'm really intrigued into it. It will drop tomorrow. Tomorrow night at 2 p.m. It's when, at least unless there's some copyright complications, but there shouldn't be. I feel like I would have known about that by now, but should go out tomorrow. If your phone's gonna die, plug it in. Anyone want Godzuki in the MonsterVerse? Yeah, that is exactly what I'm saying, is we need Godzuki in the MonsterVerse. Otherwise, it's just not good. 2 p.m. 8 nighttime, it's the afternoon. Whatever. You know what I mean. I'd be mad if Godzilla is killed by Kong. I would be too, yeah. I wouldn't want to see either of them die. Are Godzilla figures better than Kong figures? Generally speaking, yes. But when it comes to Playmates, I think that Playmates is the one who makes better Kong figures. You got any insight on on when we gonna get that Godzilla vs. Kong trailer? I have no idea. I've heard rumors that the trailer is supposed to come out at the end of this month. Those are the rumors. The online rumors say that the trailer is gonna come at the end of April. And that would make sense. I've been saying for a long time that April is a good place to start the ad campaign, but I don't necessarily believe those because I don't know. It isn't something that, I don't know. It's so many people make up so many fake leaks all the time that it's impossible to say which ones are real or not. And I don't know. I don't see it. I feel like we may get a new poster or something at the end of the month, but I don't anticipate we will see a trailer. I would like it though, and it would make sense to have a trailer, but whatever. Stream doesn't say it's down. I mean, if he's saying stream down, he probably can't see me, but my Wi-Fi be fine. OBS says I haven't lost connection. I don't know. Stream isn't down? Okay. Well, at least we got it. We got to hear it from y'all. Yeah, 4th of July isn't going to happen. They don't do trailers on that date. It is too close to where Comic-Con should be, so that's where we would see something. If we're going to see something, it'd be at Comic-Con time in July. But before July, I'm holding out hope that we could see something. What's the most overrated Godzilla movie to you? Overrated doesn't mean bad. That's one thing I want to say real quick before I answer this question. Overrated does not mean bad. I like the movie that I'm about to say, but I still think it's a little overrated, and that is Godzilla vs. Destroya. That is, for whatever reason, one that people hail as like the ultimate Godzilla movie, right? They talk about it like it's so perfect, and it's not perfect. There's a lot of flaws with it that go overlooked, but I almost hesitate to say Godzilla vs. Destroya as the most overrated Godzilla movie, because that movie has kind of, as with the whole Heisei era, gotten a lot of backlash out of nowhere all of a sudden, where a lot of people are just trashing on the Heisei era out of nowhere, and I don't think it's deserving of being trashed on the way people are trashing on it. Final Wars is overrated to an extent. I don't know. I think Final Wars is a movie where people either love it or hate it, and it's pretty 50-50 if you love it or hate it. What's your favorite incarnation of Godzilla and King Kong? My favorite incarnation of Godzilla would be the Heisei incarnation. My favorite incarnation of King Kong would be the Skull Island Kong from Kong Skull Island. What is the worst MonsterVerse as of now? I can't answer that question. I can tell you what I think is the best MonsterVerse movie, and I think the best MonsterVerse movie is Kong Skull Island. I don't know which one I like more between Godzilla King of the Monsters and Godzilla 2014. See, if you were saying stream down now, I could maybe understand it because I hit a little red patch right there for a second. And, yeah, I see I'm buffering. Should be okay, though. We should power on through this one, and it should be fine. But, it might happen again. I don't know. My favorite incarnation is Millennium Godzilla. Fair enough. If you like the updated special effects, I could totally see why that would be someone's favorite. What do you think is the weakest Godzilla in terms of strength? I mean, unless we're not counting the 98 Godzilla, it'd be the 98 Godzilla. Godzilla 2014, despite his big size, and despite the fact that King of the Monsters Godzilla is super overpowered, Godzilla in the 2014 film is not the most powerful Godzilla we've seen. Stream went down, like 1 second. Yeah. I think you mean refresh your streams if they're buffering. What do you prefer, Godzilla Save the Earth or Godzilla Unleashed? Well, I never played Godzilla Save the Earth, so I would have to say Godzilla Unleashed, because that is the one that I played. If Godzilla 98 does not count in that conversation, I don't know, the Showa Godzilla or the 2014 Godzilla maybe. It's just hard to say because they're not on the same scale. And the Showa Godzilla could make superpowers up whenever he needed to. So it's kind of hard to call him weak. What Toho monster would you like to see in the MonsterVerse regardless of the likelihood of their appearance? The brown and green Gargantua, Sonda and Gyra. What is the most powerful incarnation of Godzilla? Not the two from the anime. So outside of those two, Shin Godzilla, because he can evolve to never die. My autocorrect is not functioning correctly, keeps changing a lot of words to other ones. I feel like I've been having that problem a little bit recently as well, where my autocorrect just kind of is doing its own thing at the moment. Other than the tree stuffing spot, any callbacks to the 1962 you would mark out for? Lightning hands, please and thank you, lightning hands for King Kong. Okay. I'll give you guys a spoiler heads up for Godzilla vs. Kong, because I know a lot of people want to discuss the figures, so I will make this stream a spoiler-friendly stream in terms of the figures. Don't give me any spoilers outside of the figures. You will be blocked, and I don't have a problem blocking you on stream. But I will open the discussion up to figure spoilers, so the figures we've seen we can talk about, and I think that'll make a lot of people happy if I do that. So I could do that, and then I can answer this, and then I can talk a little bit more about that. Godzilla vs. Kong. Live discussion. And then I will, rather than making a brand new thumbnail, I'm going to recycle a thumbnail from a few months ago, and I'll just change it after I post this video. I will update the thumbnail. Where the heck did I put that one thumbnail from a while ago? Y'all know the thumbnail I'm talking about. Is that even a real thumbnail that I'm thinking of in my head? Lord knows it might not be. I do not know. Whatever. We will just go with the Godzilla vs. Kong banner. We'll update the thumbnail to the banner, because why not? That'll be a nice placeholder. Then that means we can reuse the Godzilla Raids Again thumbnail for the next live stream. Okay. I hope everyone who doesn't want Godzilla vs. Kong spoilers has left. If you are still sticking around, I'm sure you're okay with spoilers. So, given the figures, that's what we will be talking about spoilers in relation to. The, man. Kong with lightning hands and an axe. It almost writes itself to have Kong with the axe and have lightning hands King Kong vs. Godzilla style. There's so much good Thor parallels you could draw there. Thor with Stormbreaker. Can we get some fan art from the community of King Kong as Thor with Stormbreaker? Please? Can we please get that? How have we not gotten that yet? I might draw some myself, because come on, that's too badass. So what kind of callbacks would I want to see to the 1962 film? The lightning hands, because it writes itself. It'd be so cool. It'd be so awesome, man. I don't know who Kratos is. I know a lot of people talk about Gods of War, but that all goes right over my head. Do you expect Godzilla vs. Kong to get panned critically, like King of the Monsters did, seeing as these films don't really do well critically? You know, I think it's entirely possible. I know someone else just up here asked what I thought of King of the Monsters' low critic reception. I thought it was disappointing when King of the Monsters received such a low critic reception. I can understand it, because the movie is very much a hardcore, as someone just put in the chat, it's very much a hardcore fan service film. I think King of the Monsters is a movie that is accessible to general audiences, as we saw with the very high audience scores. People really liked it, especially right out the get-go. When everyone went to the theater right away, everyone loved it. But I think that movie leaned a little too heavily into fan service and not heavy enough into storytelling, which is where that movie got critically panned. I don't remember Kong Skull Island receiving bad reviews. I remember Kong Skull Island being received very positively by critics, and I definitely remember Godzilla 2014 being reviewed very positively by critics. So, given the MonsterVerse so far, I'm thinking it's more likely than not that the movie will be receiving positive reviews critically. That's what I would say, given the track record of the MonsterVerse. But given the track record of the Godzilla franchise and monster movies in general, they typically receive very poor reviews or very negative reviews. So it's really up in the air. I think we'll have to wait until we get trailers to see kind of what the feeling is. And then from there, we can maybe say a little bit, with a little bit more clarity, what we think is going to happen when the movie comes out. I would hope that the movie will do well. But yeah, as you pointed out, these movies do typically get smashed by the critics. They don't really like monsters, so you never know. Can we hit 75,000 subs or more? I sure hope we can. That'd be a little disappointing if we never reached another milestone again. The critical reception to King of the Monsters is actually why I think the MonsterVerse might be cursed. I think the critic reception to King of the Monsters is why that film received the feedback it got, why so little people went to see it comparatively to the other MonsterVerse films. I think that's the reason it underperformed, was because of the critic reviews and due to the competition surrounding the movie, but I don't think it was something that is going to carry over into Godzilla vs. Kong. Do you think Godzilla vs. Kong will have a lot of fan service similar to King of the Monsters? You know, seeing that whole tree thing might happen? Or do you trust Adam to create a more cohesive standalone film? Well, first of all, I'm about to block this kid for spamming in the chat just because I think it's annoying. But I don't know if that worked. Did that even work? Did it put him in timeout accurately? I don't know. There we go. Yeah, so King of the Monsters is written by the same people who wrote Godzilla vs. Kong. So it's difficult to say. It might be a situation where did that guy get timed out by all three of us? Or by me twice and then Godzilla 154? That's pretty funny. I don't even know what I'm talking about. What am I talking about? The writing? I need to really not read chat when I'm talking because I always get so distracted. What the hell was I saying? Godzilla vs. Kong is written by Michael Dougherty, who wrote Godzilla King of the Monsters. So I think it's going to have his thumbprints in it, which means I do think we will see a lot of fan service in the film. But I also think Adam Wingard is the kind of director who won't do a whole lot of fan service. He'll have some in there because it was written by the same people who wrote the previous MonsterVerse films. But I don't anticipate. Yeah, and I know Michael Dougherty wasn't the primary writer. I know Terry Russo and Zach Shields. No, Zach Shields was another co-writer. Who else was it? Whatever. There were some other people involved. It wasn't just Terry Russo who wrote it. There were some other people. But then Dougherty and Shields came in and they did a rewrite for it. So I know that they didn't write the movie, but I'm saying they had their fingerprints all over it. And I think that could translate to a lot of fan service in the film. But if you want to know about Wingard's thoughts on fan service, look no further than the 2017 Death Note movie, which I wouldn't even call it necessarily an adaptation. It was inspired by the Death Note anime, right? I mean, there's so little in that film that it's not a fan service kind of movie. So I don't think Wingard is going to go overboard with fan service to the point where critics and general audiences feel turned off by the movie. Does that answer your question? I changed the title to Godzilla vs. Kong live discussion, and we got like twice as many viewers just like that. Maybe I need to always put Godzilla vs. Kong in the title. Death Note is kind of underrated. People didn't understand that it's a loose adaptation. Absolutely. And I made a video back in 2017 defending the movie. I thought it was a good movie on its own right. Do I think it's better than the anime? Not even slightly. Do I think it's even as good as the anime? No. I don't think it's remotely close to being as good as the anime, but I think as its own movie, it's good. I liked it. I like 2017's Death Note. I think when people move away, when they separate themselves from the original, they can appreciate the new stuff a little more. If I was going into Godzilla vs. Kong needing it to be a remake of the 1962 King Kong vs. Godzilla, it is 100% going to disappoint me because it's not going to be. Also, I did hear about the tree thing. I heard that the tree situation, the scenario presented with a tree in Godzilla vs. Kong is very different than the one we saw in King Kong vs. Godzilla. From what I've heard, Kong doesn't shove it down Godzilla's throat, which is a good thing. I don't want to see that happen in the modern movies. I heard it's just like a slight nod, so I don't know what that means, but I heard that he does not put the tree down Godzilla's throat. Godzilla vs. Kong is the hot thing in the fandom right now. Put it in all the titles, get all the views. Well, that's one way to look at it. I'm still getting texts about this assignment that is apparently still broken. Would there be Godzilla subspecies? Probably not. There isn't a subspecies of everything. You can't point at a person and go, yeah, there's a person, and the subspecies of that dude is this dude over here. That not every species has a subspecies. Godzilla vs. Kong vs. Algorithm. Yeah. I bet he hits Godzilla in the neck with the tree. That's kind of what I'm anticipating. I'm anticipating he's going to fight him with it, using it as a bat, the same way he did in Kong Skull Island. I respect Doherty for making movies for the fans, but I do agree he focused way too much on fan service, not enough on story. It isn't his best film. That right goes to Trick or Treat. I disagree. I actually do think Godzilla King of the Monsters is Doherty's best film. For me personally, that's what I see. Trick or Treat's actually my least favorite Michael Doherty film. I watched all 3 of his big ones, and I liked Krampus a lot. I thought Krampus was good, and I thought it was a nice, funny movie. It was a nice change of pace too. I don't see many Christmas horror movies that are good anyways. So I liked it, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah, Doherty did put a little bit too much fan service in the film, and I mean, I eat that up. I loved it. I had so much fun making my Easter egg videos for that film. I had so much fun watching it, looking for all the Easter eggs, but I can see why that would turn off a general audience member. Watch Scrooge, best Christmas movie ever. I actually do agree with that statement, Tony. Scrooge is a very good movie, or Scrooged. It might be with a D, I don't remember. Yeah, the Bill Murray one, I really like that movie. I think it's very funny, but it's not a Christmas horror movie, which is what I was just talking about. Gremlins is another great Christmas horror movie. What advantage does Kong have over Godzilla? Kong's got strength and speed, and that's what he's going to use to fight Godzilla. Or did I say, what did I just say? Strength and speed? That is not what I meant. I totally don't know why I said that. Kong definitely has strength in terms of, I think Kong will be able to punch harder than Godzilla can punch, but I think Godzilla is going to be stronger than Kong. Godzilla will be able to shoot the atomic breath at him. I think Godzilla will be able to overpower King Kong, but if you're going off of fists alone, I think Kong's going to be able to punch a little harder. Now, if you're talking about what are his other advantages, speed is 100% one of his advantages. He's very fast, very agile compared to Godzilla. He's going to be able to move and have a lot more maneuverability than Godzilla, and intelligence is going to be his huge advantage. Kong is supposedly, I always trigger people with the way I say supposedly. He is going to be smart enough to build an axe. He's going to build an axe. So if Kong's smart enough to put together an axe and use tools, and not only that, but utilize his environment and take weapons from his environment, he's going to be able to put up a good fight. I just wish Doherty would have put a little bit more effort into the villains of Godzilla King of the Monsters. They were just in a room for 90% of the movie. That's one way to look at it. I think they have that really good sequence when they're on Outpost 32, but I do think that there wasn't much else you could do with them, because if you had done more with them, you would have overshadowed King Ghidorah, and you don't want that. If you want to sell more tickets for tickets to kids, do what Toho does: sell movie theater exclusive toys. That's a really good idea. Why don't more studios do that? I mean, we get like movie theater exclusive posters, but toys would be a really good idea, because then you're profiting. You're like making double the profit. I wonder if Kong is going to wield a ship, Pacific Rim style. That'd be cool. See, that's the kind of thing I expected going into Godzilla vs. Kong. That's the kind of thing that I would anticipate we would get in the movie. Kong strolling up with a big ship ready to go to war with Godzilla. Something like that. I very much wouldn't have pictured King Kong's going to build a battle axe that he's going to fight Godzilla with that's potentially made from one of Godzilla's dorsal fins. That is absurd. That straight up sounds like something you would see in the King Kong vs. Godzilla anime, not necessarily the King Kong vs. Godzilla movie set in the Monsterverse, this very realistic universe, but you know, what do I know? Speaking of King Kong fighting with ships, it made me think of some popular fan art. He might have a ship in this one, but he definitely has a ship in this art. Definitely fighting Godzilla with a ship here. Not necessarily Pacific Rim style, but similar idea. Let's see if the other one has it, just because I'm curious. You'll recognize this art because I use this all the time in my videos. Yeah, he's got a ship here as well. Kong with the boat. Kong sitting on the thing, and then he's about to go fight Godzilla with it. That's how that story progresses. These two art pieces look like they're made from the same artist as well. Do they have a... Either one has a watermark, maybe? I don't know. I don't know who the artist of these are. See if this one has a... Here we go. We got something. Who made this? Shout out to that dude for making this art. Alright, what else do we got? I feel an axe for Kong would be more believable if he was smaller, because if Kong puts enough force into his swing, he realistically would take Godzilla out almost instantly at his current size. Yeah, with the axe? Well, it depends if the axe properly penetrates Godzilla. Thanos style. I mean, Thanos nearly got taken out in one swing of Stormbreaker, right? So if Kong goes straight for the chest, it could be something similar. I'd recommend Kong go for the head, though, because we learned our lesson. You got to go for the head because you don't want to lose in the fourth quarter. Would you want a Rodan solo film in the MonsterVerse? I'm tempted to say yes. If I was being realistic with the answer, I'd say no, because I don't think it would do well financially. But if I was saying just on a whim, just like, oh, as a dream idea, would you like to see a Rodan solo movie in the MonsterVerse? Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to. But do I think it would do well? No. So I don't think they should make it, but I would love to see it. If you could just make any movie you wanted, I'd love to see it. Now we need that to happen, D-Man, but there's a problem with the toy thing. How is the theater gonna pay for all the toys they ordered? Because some theaters may not have it exclusively. I have no idea what you mean. The theaters that order not every theater gets the toys. Only the theaters that order the toys get the toys, and I think the theaters that order the toys would be smart enough to know that they're gonna sell, or if they're gonna sell. I want to see more Rodan. He was heavily underused in King of the Monsters, not as much as our girl Mothra. Kinky Dora, welcome to the stream. Let me lick those glasses, Kinky Twinkie. I'll put them on just for a bit, just for you. Just for a bit, and then we'll take them back off. You'll be the villain in a Rodan solo movie in the MonsterVerse, Carter? Cool. Do you think the toy design of Mechagodzilla will be used in the film? I do think the toy design of Mechagodzilla will be the design we see in the movie. If Rodan had his own movie, he has to fight Megaguirus. It would be too perfect. It'd be perfect. I agree. I think that'd be a cool fight. I don't think that would carry a Rodan solo movie, though. I think that audiences might get bored with that. But I appreciate the idea of it for sure. I could definitely see that being a really awesome fight. Mothra doesn't even get an epic jet fight. Yeah, Mothra doesn't get hardly anything to do in that film. Which is why she feels so awesome, because Mothra gets so little to do that every time she's doing something, it's like, yes! Even if it's just opening her wings under a waterfall. Mothra's still got a cool fight with Rodan. She did, but that fight was super short. Where's the Tony Stark glasses you have? I still have the Tony Stark glasses. Maybe that's a little more fitting because Endgame was trending on Twitter today, and for whatever reason, my Endgame tweet went viral, blew up like crazy. My Stark glasses are a little dirty, so I need to clean them. Yeah, they're quite dirty. Megaguirus original origin can easily be tied to Rodan with the smaller monsters. Forgot the name, was in the original. Yeah, you're talking about the Meganula. See, that's a cool idea for Toho, I think. I think that would be a cool Toho Rodan solo movie, would be Megaguirus versus Rodan, where you got Rodan eating the baby Meganula, and then the mommy Megaguirus shows up to fight him. Something like that could be cool, but I don't think the MonsterVerse is the right place to do that film, which is kind of how I feel about a lot of fan ideas. Wouldn't it be cool if we saw this film? Yeah, it'd be cool if we saw it as a Toho movie, not necessarily as a MonsterVerse movie. Mothra's fight with Rodan is like 1 minute long. Wish we got an extended version on the Blu-ray or something. I definitely see that. Or feel that. See ya, Juggler. See ya, Brandon. Thank you so much, Kinky Dora, you legend. Absolute legend. Thank you so much. The Kinkyverse sends its regards. Oink, oink, oink. Stay kinky. Rescue me from Area 51. I promise you I will. Someday I will go and I will rescue you. Where the nutty magazines are a no-no. You don't get any of those in Area 51? What the heck? How do you even survive there, man? What about a Mothra solo movie? Again, that's a good idea for Toho. I don't think the MonsterVerse is the right place to do that, but yeah, I'd be down to watch a MonsterVerse Mothra movie for sure. That's my favorite incarnation of the Mothra character, so I'd love to. Rodan vs. Camazotz, the new Bat Titan on Skull Island. That'd be awesome. That'd be really cool. Could be a cool comic. I'm waiting for an extended cut of Godzilla 2014 that has scenes missing from the trailer and the Akira Takarada cameo. Yeah, that is something that we've all been waiting for, Tony, and it sounds like Warner and Legendary have no interest in giving that to us. Hell, the studios can't even give us a proper Blu-ray where we can see what's happening on screen. They won't even do a reissue Blu-ray. So I don't get your hopes up. You look like a very strange hipster. Dr. Strange hipster. More like it. Do we know anything about Godzilla vs. Kong comic? We do not know. Or about the Godzilla vs. Kong Godzilla comic. We don't know. We don't even know it's confirmed to be a Godzilla comic. It's perfect for the MonsterVerse. More Japanese films don't release in China. Most Japanese films don't release in China. Yeah, but again, I don't know. I just think these ideas are better suited to be Toho solo films, where they will have smaller budgets and larger reward. Do you think they'll make a Kong solo movie taking place after Godzilla vs. Kong? Boy, I hope so. I sure would love that. Should there be more Godzilla underwater combat? Not in Godzilla vs. Kong, but in general? Yeah, it'd be cool. It depends on how they do it. I wouldn't really want to see a King of the Monsters style underwater combat where they're just kind of grabbing onto each other, spinning around underwater. But I'd like to see more like Godzilla vs. Ebirah or Godzilla vs. Batra's larval form underwater type fight sequences. How much did it cost those glasses? How much did the glasses cost? The glasses cost like $25. When is part 3 of Godzilla vs. Kong pitched? That will come out tomorrow evening. I was about to say tomorrow night again, but it will come out tomorrow evening. Gotta go. Bye. See ya, Kongzilla62. Kong's body structure allows him to utilize his physical strength better than Godzilla can. That's what I'm saying. The toys might give away a lot of spoilers. I don't think so. I'm anticipating most of the toys are just gimmicks. God, that one website, I'm not going to name it because I don't want to be disrespectful, but we all know that one website, that one Godzilla News website. And they're pumping out these clickbaity articles like, the new Godzilla vs. Kong figures reveal lots of crazy gore for Godzilla vs. Kong. Or like, the new Godzilla vs. Kong figures have terrible implication of lots of damage. It's like, yeah, they're battle damage figures, And again, I refer you to the Jurassic World battle damage figures where Blue the Velociraptor, you can expose his ribs. Never in the movie does Blue the Velociraptor get his side torn open to the point where you can see his ribs. That's just not something that happens in the movie. It's clearly a gimmick for the toys. But whatever. Get your clicks, website. Do it. Go for it. You do you. I gotta be honest, I'm so hot. This room is burning me up. You gotta give me 1 second because I'm dying here. I'm not gonna turn the mic off just because I'm standing 1 foot and then coming back. But I just had to complain for a moment about how unbearably hot it is because it's so hot. All right, turn the fan on. Looked at the images for the new toys. This seemed pretty underwhelming. Well, I don't know what to tell you. What did you want? What did you want? How's your room hot? It's like 60 degrees. Yes, but I do not have air conditioning. So it may be 60 degrees. I'm not opening the windows either. It may be 60 degrees, but it's so hot in this room. If I go in my brother's room, it's toasty. His room traps the heat like no one's business. My room will either be incredibly hot or ultra cold. My room is one of the most, my brother's room is always burning hot, always year round, doesn't matter when in the year it is. It could be 40 degrees outside and his room is still like 100 degrees. My room is always like the most polarized room in the house. It's either the hottest or the coldest. Very toasty at the moment. Have you spoken with Mr. H on Godzilla vs. Kong? Him and I, yeah, we have talked about it. We haven't done any recording discussions. We haven't done any like Skype calls, but him and I message each other frequently about that film. Godzilla has spines and Kong has extra hair in Godzilla vs. Kong. Yeah, that is exactly what they are. They do that all the time. You won't believe the new Godzilla vs. Kong figures. I can't stand titles like that. You know one thing that always upsets me, and I've tried it out just to see. I don't know if upsets me the right term to use. One thing that I always find kind of cringy. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I find it to be very cringy. And I've tested it out. You can go find a couple examples on this channel where I've tested it out simply as a science experiment. And we'll talk about if I was going to sell out for the results, I would absolutely still be doing this because it's proven to work. I've discovered it is proven to work. When I did those science experiments, the videos typically got more views than the videos that didn't do this. But I always find it cringy when in the middle of the title, they will have all caps, where it's like, you won't believe what just happened in Godzilla vs. Kong. And like believe is all caps or something. I don't know. I just find titles like that to be trying too hard. Join in the stream. I'm currently making a piece of art for you. Thank you very much, Godzilla's little bro. I appreciate it. You won't believe that Godzilla is going to be in Godzilla vs. Kong. Extra spoilers. The movies will have credits. You're right. You are 100% right. King Kong 2005 had such a cool scene where he went against 3 V-Rexes. It certainly is such a good moment. Coolest moment in King Kong franchise history. I do hope they do something similar for Godzilla against other titans in the Monsterverse. That could be really cool. That could actually be really awesome. That news website is especially annoying when a certain other news outlet keeps retweeting their posts. Throwing some shade there. Not going to say I disagree, though. How much time has gone by since King of the Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong? 1 year. 1 year has gone by. You won't believe that Godzilla will be the... I won't believe that, Sam. I won't believe that. I still believe there could be one daytime fight for Godzilla vs. Kong. I hope there is. I would like to see that. I can't wait for Godzilla vs. Kong trailer. Lots of people cannot wait for the Godzilla vs. Kong trailer. Is there an exact age for Kong? There is not an exact age for Kong. Jet Jaguar is the first gay character. Get your facts straight, bud. I don't know if I am comfortable with you saying that, Braden. I only read your comment because you have the right to say that. But I don't know if I necessarily... I don't know if I'm okay with that comment because... Bro, Jet Jaguar was hanging out with a child that whole movie. What are you implying about that little kid, man? That makes me uncomfortable. Kong is 10 years old? Wait, are you serious, man? Did you guys get leaks on that, or is that just... Are you messing around? He's 10. I like that answer. Kong's like 7 and 6? Teen. 11 teen. You're right, he's 11 teen. 11 teen, but 11-10 is also good. What if he's 11-10 teen? You didn't even think about that, Rob. That never even crossed your mind. I like how all the comments have turned into clickbait article titles. You won't believe that Godzilla has dorsal fins in Godzilla vs. Kong. And they'll post that article too. And they'll post it and they'll be proud of it and they'll promote it all over Twitter. Kong is as old as Minya is Gamera. Kong is as old as Minya is Gamera. That's a very interesting point. So does Skull Island become Monster Island? I think it could. I think that's kind of the route we're headed. I could see that happening. Yeah. Adrian's got it right. He put the right caps. You won't believe who's going to be in Godzilla vs. Kong. This spoiler figure reveals... God, they're so cringy. Is an article about Mothra in the end of Godzilla vs. Kong credits. Yeah, that article about Mothra. Oh, Lord. They have so many ones like that where they just have all these like... Michael Dougherty confirms Mothra's return or whatever. And it's like... It's like an interview from over a year ago. They're cringe. So Kong is a boomer. You say that like Godzilla isn't. You won't believe what happened to me in the 2019 movie. Serizawa, no! No! Serizawa really do be like King Kong, though. He really do be like the King Kong of the Godzilla universe, always dying in his movies. What's your favorite Godzilla? What's your favorite figure for Godzilla vs. Kong? That's a good question. I could maybe answer that. I'll pull up the figures. I don't know. I like the Kong. I do like the Kong with the axe. I think that's a cool figure. But the that Godzilla Atomic Breath is pretty sweet too. I saw someone getting upset with me. You're not going to mention that the Atomic Breath is a similar mold to the Spitfire Atomic Breath? Bro, I don't know that much about the Spitfire Atomic Breath. I never bought the Spitfire Godzilla 2014, so how could I know that? Sarah's always like the new Uncle Ben. You're right. You're right. You won't believe that Godzilla isn't human in Godzilla vs. Kong. Kong really do be smart, though. I have this crazy theory that since the Hollow Earth is a thing, you can't forget about the other planets that could possibly be hollow. That could explain Ghidorah's origins. That's interesting. I don't know. You know, we don't know about where exactly in the universe he came from. The King of the Monsters novelization gives us some hints, but never says anything explicitly where, Ghidorah is kind of hinted to be like divine royalty of his species. And so he legitimately might be King Ghidorah for as far as his species is concerned. Kind of cool. You have the SH Monster Rs 2019. It's the same beam. Oh, wait. I forgot you haven't opened it. Yeah, you want to know where it is? It's being used to prop up a shoebox right there that my laptop sits on top of. So, really, He's serving his purpose right there. Evangelion also has a Hollow Earth. Evangelion has a manufactured Hollow Earth. That one wasn't naturally occurring. And then they've got a very thick, solid, definitely not hollow moon in the center of the planet. There's so many you won't believe article titles being put in the comments. Do you think the new film will rely a lot or too much on the human characters? No, I don't think that's going to happen. And yeah, I don't think that'll be the case. Why do you have a shoebox if you don't have legs? The shoebox is there because it needs to prop up my laptop. So I never said there were shoes in the box. There are shoes in the box. But I never said I wear those shoes. I'm not going to call him out, but I see your comment, Illuminati Destroyer. I don't check his videos, so I wouldn't know that he's a gold mine for clickbait, but I will take your word. You have a Playmate figure behind you? Question mark. I have many Playmates figures. I've got Godzilla here. Over here is Space Godzilla. That's Shin Godzilla. There's Kong. That's Gigan. And Destroya's right there, hidden. I was waiting to get the 6-inch Kong, but I don't think that my Walmart is ever going to get him. Well, I gotta go. I'll see you if I can join later. All right, see you, Goji Thriller. Show us your snake. I had to bring the snake to class today because the teacher could not believe that someone would buy a snake. So I had to bring the snake out when I was in class this morning. I want you to know that I just discovered your channel and watched some of your videos and just wanted to say that your editing is great. Well, thank you very much, Nicola. Nicola, I really don't know how to say your name, so I apologize that I mess it up so bad. Nicola Illustration, but I tried. I don't know if she's necessarily a snake hater. It wasn't like she didn't like snakes. It was just that she was shocked that someone would own a snake. And so I had the snake right, and then she's like, hold that up, and she's like taking pictures of her computer so that she could prove that someone would own a snake. You're still going to school? I thought school was closed. School is closed, but I have online school, so I have to tune in every day to classes the same time that classes were normally held, and this time they just run a little longer because now that it's online, teachers like to pretend that class doesn't ever end. They like to ignore deadlines. So, has she ever been in a pet store before? Yeah, I don't know. She couldn't believe that people would own a snake. Can you review the figures in the background? Yeah, someday I will. What's your favorite figure you own? I have this Trendmasters Godzilla from the 90s that I really like. Can you show us your Playmates figures that are in the background? I can show you them when I review them someday. Will your snake make a cameo in Godzilla vs. Kong? Yep, he is the new figure. So, he's the new figure that popped up. Live figure review? Nah. I can't wait for 2045 when we get the G-Fest video. Yeah, that'll come at some point, maybe. Maybe it won't. Maybe I just won't do a G-Fest video. Did you ever think of that? Can you do a Showa-a-thon? If you're referring to like the non-Godzilla Showa movies, I could totally do that down the line. Not right now, though. Definitely don't have the time right now. Or the resources. I don't own all those movies. Can we see the snake? I see a lot of people who want me to get the snake, but he is sleeping right now, and he'll be cranky if I wake him up. Unless he's already awake, he is cranky when he gets taken out. So, you kind of have to wait for optimal time. I don't know, maybe he's kind of out. He's just kind of pressed against the glass right here, so he's sleeping. I guess he might not be too upset to be woken up because he's not actually buried or anything. But I don't know. I already had him out today, and I don't know. He gets a little irritated if you do too much with him. But I might be able to. If enough people want me to. He's just chilling, let him vibe. Exactly. He's just vibing over there. What's the snake's name? Well, the snake's name and the snake species are directly tied. The snake is a rosy boa, and I named him Rosie because I was not creative when I named him. You won't believe that Kong has legs. How are we still getting comments like that? I didn't even talk about that 20 minutes ago. Where's the manager? He is probably doing homework or he is in class. Can't wait to see what happens in 2021. Next year, since there's going to be... Since that's going to be like after GVK releases 1 year later. Yeah, sure will be. Could you do a Gamerathon? I'll probably wait for the Arrow Gamera movies to come out, and then I will do a Gamerathon. But yeah, I definitely plan on doing a Gamerathon. Is the Bandai Godzilla 2019 worth the money? I remember reviewing him back when I did the Anime Matsuri video, and I did say, I think I said yes. I think I do think that he was worth the money because I got him for relatively cheap. What's up, goat? When I have a doggo, I'm going to name it Baragon. Nice. Epic. You should rename your snake Nozuki. I'm not going to rename him, but if I ever get another snake, I could name it Nozuki or I could name it Manda. What, you know, it depends on the type of snake and the mood I'm in. But I don't plan on getting another snake until after he's gone. And he hopefully won't be gone for like another 20 years. So I don't think that I'm going to get another snake anytime soon. If I hot a snake, I'd call it Manda. If you had a snake, I think you mean? You'd call it Manda? Who'd win in a fight, Kong or Zilla 98? I think Kong would. What are you planning for Easter? I don't even know what date Easter is. I couldn't even tell you. Is it this Sunday or is it next Sunday? I don't even know. I have no plans for Easter. My plans for Easter are to do homework. I see I'm lagging again at the moment. Can't wait for the chat to blow up telling me I'm lagging, as if I didn't just watch it happen. Laggy lagging. It's April 12th. See, I didn't even know. It's this Sunday. It's this Sunday. But no one's going to do anything for it. Exactly. Yeah, there's no Easter plans. None whatsoever. Easter feels ruined. Not that I do a lot on Easter generally. It's usually just a family get-together, and the little kids do Easter egg hunts while I hang out and be antisocial. Favorite non-Godzilla, non-Gargantua Showa film? I don't know. Mothra. Yeah, Mothra. I don't know why that was so hard for me to think of. I really like that original Mothra movie a lot. I think it's awesome. Do you think a Gamera animated trilogy series would be good? I don't know why we need it to be animated, but yeah, I could see them doing some cool stuff with it. Are you more of a Kong guy or a Godzilla guy? Generally speaking, I am more of a Godzilla guy. Which might surprise some people. How dare the Godzilla guy root for Kong in the Monsterverse? For the millionth time, it's because I like the Monsterverse Kong more than I like the Monsterverse Godzilla. Stay in your rooms during any family gatherings. Exactly. It's like all those times I'd film videos and you could hear the family in the background because I was just not with them because I was up here filming videos. My big brother says, "Hi, D-Man." Or D my name. Read your name. Hi, Godzilla. Are you telling me to say hi to Godzilla because you're Godzilla's little bro Morales? Is that what you're trying to get me to do? Should there be an official Godzilla store in the U.S.? Well, we get the official Godzilla store once a year in the U.S. if that counts for anything. I've been a Godzilla fan for years and I'm rooting for Kong, so I'm not the only one. Hi, buddy, gonna send you some messages via Twitter. There you go. If you do that, I'm more likely to see them than if you send me on Facebook, because I'm just never on Facebook. Facebook is not something that, it's not like I hate the website or whatever. It's just that I've got so much going on always. I've got so much homework. I can't manage as many social medias as I'm supposed to manage, so I don't go on Facebook a lot. You're also rooting for Kong. Seems like we got a fair amount of Team Kong in the chat this time. Just joined Twitter. Nice. The only reason I'm rooting for Kong is because he shows more emotion. That's fair enough. See you later, Admiral Akbar. I'm not going to be streaming for much longer here. We've already passed an hour, so I'm looking to wrap things up here within the next 10 to 30 minutes or so. I know that's a big range, right? 10 to 30 minutes is kind of a big range, but I'm not looking to stream forever like I usually do. I'm going for the humans in the next movie. Yeah, Team Rick Stanton all the way. As long as no one dies, I'm good in Godzilla vs. Kong. Awesome. React to what I sent you. Alright. Should be interesting. Let's make the most of our time we got, boys. Yeah, I'm not going to stream for a long day because I've got other stuff to do. Like I said, I've still got those assignments that I need to do. And I'm basically just waiting for the teacher to get their stuff together so that I can actually do the assignments. Jack sent a link. Jack, can I watch this without getting copyright claimed out of existence? I don't know if I can. This is just straight up a shot-for-shot remake, but it's in HD this time. Oh, I think I could probably watch this. You've seen him before. No one fills the screen. I totally didn't get to read that in time. No one films the screen like him. He's a legend. And he's back. I need this movie in HD, man. You're totally hearing it twice. There's definitely a little bit of an echo when I played that. I need those two movies in HD. The fact that I don't have them in HD is so annoying. What are you watching? It's a remake of the King Kong Lives trailer with it's a remaster. It's an HD remaster, and you have Kong 76 in HD. Was there no King Kong Lives footage in there? Is it all Kong 76? What the heck? I wonder if that's actually, is that just a shot-for-shot remake of the original trailer? You would know. I wouldn't. I didn't watch the original King Kong Lives trailer. What's with the shades? I got paid to put the shades on, so I put the shades on. It was a teaser from early 1986. Nice. I'm going for Godzilla. Kong's already had his win in 1962. It's Godzilla's turn. I love people who use that argument that Kong needs to lose because he already got to win, because we have so many people still arguing that King Kong doesn't win the original movie. Do you think Godzilla is really violent in Godzilla vs. Kong? I don't think he will be. Have you seen the 2016 Gamma trailer? Yeah, I made a video about it way back in the day. You can look it up on the channel. It's, I think, maybe my only Gamma video that I've done. Yeah, Kong's axe is pretty sweet. I'm excited to see him use it in the Godzilla vs. Kong anime. I still don't get it, man. It just seems so wild. Why would you put that in the MonsterVerse? It just, again, I'll have to see how they pull it off. But it just seems so wild. I don't know. It seems a little too crazy. Kong won 50 years ago. The argument that he has already won doesn't stand anymore. Yeah, exactly. Guys, Ghidorah needs the win. Ghidorah needs to kill Godzilla next time they cross paths because Godzilla's already had his victory. You know, Godzilla's already won. I think Ghidorah needs to kill him. Anguirus needs a win. Anguirus needs to beat Mechagodzilla, Godzilla, anyone else he's gone up against, Gigan. Anguirus needs his time, you know? Why can't Anguirus win all the fights? I sent you the link to the original teaser from Crappy VHS. Nice. I actually do think I've maybe seen this trailer or a teaser, but I'm not convinced of that fact. What is this blue shot of Kong? It appears to be Kong on top of the Trade Center getting shot. It's super blue though. Why is it so blue? Oh, that's totally. Is that Kong grabbing that electric power thing or doing whatever he's doing when he goes? What does he do? Does he destroy a transformer? Is that something that happens? Can you sing the Ultraman theme song? I'll have to look up the lyrics. Maybe I don't need them. I'll try and think of the Ultraman theme song. But thank you very much for the donation, Akon Goji. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, the Ultraman. He destroys an electric power station. Yeah, I do remember that. In an elevated subway in Queens. Well, everyone remembers him destroying the subway. I just don't remember where that blue shot came from. It took me a second to remember he destroys that. I think it's a transformer. I know you say power station, but I'm pretty sure they might be the same thing. So do I have to sing to you now because you donated? Just play the Shin Ultraman video. You did a lip sync. Oh, and lip sync now. I was going to say, what do you mean I lip synced? Because I definitely actually sung it in that original video. I'll sing it softly to you because I don't have the music and I'm not going to get copyright claimed in this live stream. Ultraman, Ultraman, here he comes from the sky. Ultraman, Ultraman, watch our hero fly. And his super jet, he comes from 1 billion miles away from a distant planet land. Our hero, Ultraman. Killed it. I did so good right there. I'm out. Sounds like a little twinkle. Your voice is a gift. Very good. Thank you, Brayton. Why did you make him sing that? I want a refund. You didn't even pay any money, Paul. I hate this sneeze that looks like a dab. I like it because it looks like a dab. Where'd you get those glasses from? I just ordered them online. I don't remember where they came from. I'm gonna head out. All right, see ya, Goji Ben. If you want to see the snake, you gotta pay me. Those are the rules. Look at your Twitter. I did a fan art for you. I'll check it out later, man. But thank you for sending it my way. Do a Ghidorah impression. Just, are you trying to get me to say beady 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 beady? Beady 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 beady. Do the anime glasses thing. What? Do the anime glasses thing? What's the anime glasses thing? What is that? This? I don't know what that means. What is the anime glasses thing? When I put on sunglasses, I look like the Terminator. Nice. Tried to match shot for shot the locations from 76 on my trip to New York. I think I did see that video. I think I saw that. People use the Kong already won in 62 argument when supporting Kong, so how is that any different? The difference is because people aren't saying that means King Kong has to win. That's just people saying that it's possible. Because people act like it's so impossible for Godzilla to win. And you know those are two different arguments. It's not like people are saying King Kong has to win because he's got this legacy to uphold because he won in the 62 film. Push the bridge. You just did it. Push the bridge of your glasses and have the light reflect off of it. Shh. I don't know how to have the light reflect off of it. This is just what you wanted? Oh, like that. That's what you wanted? You wanted me to push my glasses up? That really hurts. I got a cut on my nose. What's your Twitter? I think my Twitter is dman1954. Godzilla. What's your favorite show? At the moment or in general? Because in general, I'm going to say Walking Dead. But at the moment, I'm going to say Better Call Saul. Or Breaking Bad. I don't know. Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul are just too good. Those glasses aren't reflective enough. Exactly. Do you have an Instagram? I do have an Instagram. It is King of Kings 1954. Or you can look up DMan1954 and I think you can find it. What's Godzilla? You don't know what Godzilla is? How do you feel about Stranger Things Season 4? I'm excited for it. Favorite anime show? Well, there's only 2 anime shows that I've seen. I've only seen 2 anime shows. One of them is Death Note, the other is Evangelion. I think Death Note was my favorite of the 2. I've seen Breaking Bad. I want to see Better Call Saul. How good is it? It's very good. Better Call Saul is very good. You should watch Witcher or Last Kingdom on Netflix. I don't think I will. There's what would happen if Captain America turned into a child instead of an old man. I don't have time to watch any more TV shows than I already do. There, just followed. Thanks, dude. Well, thank you for the follow, Owen. Later, guys. Gotta go play Resident Evil. Alright, sounds good. Kong Skull Island 2017. Any thoughts on SSSS Gridman anime? Didn't watch it. I do not have a TikTok. I'm not a 12-year-old girl. When will we get Bearded D-Man on Cloudy? Season finale. I think I have a beard in the season finale. It's certainly not this kind of beard. I think I have the beginnings of a beard. Maybe it's a full beard. I don't remember. But when the season finale comes out, and the season finale will come out whenever it comes out, whenever we decide we want to release it. Do you want the tree reference in the new movie? I think they could do a reference to it. I don't want to see Kong shove a tree down Godzilla's throat, but I'm okay with a reference to it. What do you think of Ice Godzilla? I thought Ice Godzilla was pretty cool. I would like to see more of him. The season finale of It's Never Cloudy in Colorado, which is a comedy short series I do here on YouTube. It is on its own channel, the It's Never Cloudy in Colorado channel. And, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I thought you were singing off, though, but I do have a question, though. Yep, still here. I thought you were singing off, though, but I do have a question, though. What does that even mean? Lightning Godzilla, not as cool as Lightning Kong. What is Better Call Saul about? All I know is it's about Saul from Breaking Bad. Well, that's basically what it's about. It's about how the guy who is Saul Goodman, whose name is Jimmy McGill, turns into Saul Goodman. It's basically about him trying to be a lawyer and struggling to do so legally and morally. I think him shoving it in Godzilla's mouth or attempting to could work, but Godzilla bites down and throws Kong. I don't want to see Kong shove the tree. I don't want to just see Kong shove it down his throat. I don't know. I still think it'd be too silly. Gotta go. Gonna watch Godzilla 1954. All right, see you, Tommy. Is Godzilla King of the Monsters sponsored by Apple? It is not. Not that I know of. I like Breaking Bad a lot. So would you recommend Better Call Saul? Absolutely. If you liked Breaking Bad, you will like Better Call Saul. Kong uppercutting Godzilla would be awesome. Sure would be. Why does Kong need an axe, and why does Godzilla need armor? I don't think Godzilla is going to wear armor in the movie. I think that's a gimmick for the toy. And Kong needs an axe, apparently, to fight Godzilla? I guess? A reference to how Kong Skull Island referenced the signature jaw break is what I hope to see, though. I feel that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just wouldn't want to see the tree thing redone. Although, all right, I got to run. Chat later, bud. Check out Nyasha. I don't know what that last word is. But thank you very much, Big Jack. Thanks for tuning in. See you later. Any idea what song will be in Godzilla vs. Kong? Songs will be in Godzilla vs. Kong. I've got no idea. Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship in Godzilla vs. Kong. Well, there's about to be a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship in some Godzilla vs. Kong videos. I can tell you that for sure. Do you agree that this Snake Titan might be a reference back to the cartoon series? I saw you put a heart on my comment from that video. I do agree that it could be a reference. Yes. It's 2 p.m. here, so good night. All right, good night, Joe. 2 p.m. is not that late, but good night nonetheless. If we see the armor in the first trailer, I'll be pissed. Yeah, that's going to be incredibly ridiculous. That will be one thing that will absolutely kill my hype for the movie, is if they put Godzilla in armor. It's so stupid. Thank you for showing my art in your story. It means so much. No problem, Godzilla. Or I'll show it off in a video someday, too. It's 2 a.m. Gotcha, Joe. That makes a lot more sense than 2 p.m. All right, I think we are going to end it here, or at the very least, I will say, send in your final comments now, because I am planning on wrapping the stream right here. So, yeah, just send in your final comments, and that will be that. Later, D-Man, got to go burn all my notes and dive into the ocean. All right, Sarah, I hope that goes well for you. I hope you don't do anything drastic so that we can talk again someday. Where do I want to put this? Right here. I could activate sellout time like I used to, where you donate and whatever your donation is how long I have to stay on, but I don't know. I'm ready to go. Do you have every single US release of Godzilla movies? Yes, I do. Well, not every single US release, but I own at least one of every Godzilla movie. It's very sad YouTube auto closes live comments after 5 minutes now. The last wars lasted 15 hours are no longer possible. Yeah. I guess that's sad from a certain point of view. When will you stream again? This week probably. I'll probably be back on this week, but there's no guarantee of that. Sometimes I'd go months and months without streaming, and sometimes I stream multiple times a week. Who knows what I'm going to do next. Thank you very much, Never Lose Your Nerd, for the donation. I really appreciate it. Is Anime Matsuri still happening? Yes, Anime Matsuri at the moment is still happening. I believe that they still plan on doing it. As far as I'm aware, we are still on for Matsuri, and should be awesome. You're too big to do sellout time. Kinky donated $50. I know people would donate more. And they have before. Yeah, but times are tough at the moment, so I don't know if people are going to be that willing to donate that much money all the time. But yeah, I mean, screw it, right? We could activate sellout time. So we got two minutes on the map, right? Or whatever. Never Lose Your Nerd donated $2, which means we have 2 minutes of content starting now. So send in your questions here. Is G-Fest still a thing this year? Yes. At the moment, they are still planning on doing G-Fest, so we will or should see G-Fest once again this year. And I know that they are trying to hold out for as long as possible, and I think that's probably a wise business decision. Someone donate $1,000. The stream will never end. That would be awful. I would definitely... if someone donates $1,000, I may have to break sellout time rule, but you know, that's a possibility. What if Godzilla is as big as Mount Everest? He'd be very, very large. Will Godzilla fight Kong in Godzilla vs. Kong? Don't think so. I think they'll be buddies. Comic-Con is closed because of stupid coronavirus. Not SDCC. That one's still in a state of limbo at the moment. Uh-oh, fellas. 1 minute down. We got less than 40 seconds, though. We got 40 seconds, and the stream will end. If you don't mind showing my art... if you don't mind, can you show my art in your video? Just asking. Depends. Yeah, it depends on just a number of factors, but maybe. Where's G-Fest this year? G-Fest is always in Chicago. All the kids running to get their mom's credit cards? Clearly not, man. Otherwise, we would have seen a donation because we got 20 seconds left and then the stream's over. I want to go to G-Fest. It's a lot of fun. I already told you the rule for the snake. You have to pay me to get the snake out. I made it this time. Welcome, Kevin. You made it right at the end. We're ending it here. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. That was it's a nice short stream here in the middle of the day. Probably not going to be back. I'm not going to be back on tonight, but probably will be back on this week at some point. So I hope to see you guys there. See ya. Thank you very much, Brayden. See everybody. Thanks for tuning in. See you in Houston. I hope it doesn't get canceled. Me too. Hope to see you in Houston. All right, we'll get the snake out, and then we'll end it with the snake out. You already missed your time, so whatever. Hold on. I'll get the snake. All right, I've returned from the ether. There's a snake. If D-Man gets bit, he'll be very mad because it hurts so goddamn bad. There's a snake. He's a heckin' good boy most of the time, but sometimes he sure isn't, and it really is painful. I don't know if I ever told the story of the time I went to grab the snake and he bit me, and I had the snake's tooth lodged in my finger for about a month, but it definitely happened, and it was not the most pleasant of experiences. It's a rosy boa. He's a rosy boa. He's looking straight at my head. He's coming right for me. What is he looking at? The fan or my head? How old is he? He's anywhere between like 7 to 10 years old. I don't remember how old he is. Yeah, getting a snake tooth lodged in my middle finger for a month was not fun. And I definitely knew it was in there, but there was nothing I could do about it until after it healed, and then I dug the tooth out and reopened the wound so that I could dig the tooth out because I didn't want to live the rest of my life with a snake tooth in my finger. Do they grow their teeth back? I don't think they do. I don't think they grow their teeth back. All right. How big is it? He's probably 2 feet. 2 feet. I think he's around there. Snakes do regrow teeth. Well, that's good. Good to know that he got his teeth back. Not that he needs them. I know this type of snake likes to bite. Not just strike. I'm saying like this type of snake likes to bite their prey, but they do not need to bite their prey. This is a constrictor. He's a boa constrictor. So he constricts his prey and then he swallows it whole. He doesn't need to bite it or kill it with his teeth. He just does it because he's cruel. What do you feed him? I feed him live mice. He doesn't eat rats, but he does like mice. Is the snake poisonous? The snake is not poisonous. If the snake was poisonous, bad things would have happened to me when he bit me. As much as he's bitten me. He still needs teeth to drag it back into his belly. No, a lot of boas don't have teeth. Or a lot of constrictors don't have teeth. But he has teeth. It's all about the mouth motion. Where do you get the mice? From the store. How big was his tooth? It was very small. You can imagine, right? D-Man's the Snake King. You can imagine someone this tiny is he's not gonna have the largest of teeth. Can you show us you feeding him on stream? I don't think I'm gonna show that on this channel. This is generally speaking a family channel. He's curious about the camera. All right, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you guys next time for the next one. I gotta shut the live stream off with my left hand now. Yeah, we got that nice danger noodle out on camera. All right, see you guys. Bye. Are you gonna go say bye to everybody? All right, Snake says bye. See ya.